Hello, my name is ZachPayne, and my informational speech today is going to be over the topic of gun control, over the Second Amendment and the debate around that topic. I would like to discuss whether or not the Second Amendment is just for hunting, or whether it serves a purpose that is greater than that. The relevance of this topic is everywhere today. Every time we have an event like a mass shooting, it comes into play and everybody's talking about it and what they think should happen with gun control. Now, I am a very pro-gun guy. I believe in the Second Amendment full-heartedly, and I believe the only thing that will stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And right now, we will go over what the Second Amendment actually says. The Second Amendment, word for word, is that a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The Senator John Basil Barnhill, who actually is quoting Thomas Jefferson in this quote, says that when the people fear the government, there is tyranny. And when the government fears the people, there is liberty. A country where the people do not have the right to arm themselves is a country where the people are open to abuse and to tyrannical governments. We see this in places like Soviet Russia, somewhat in Britain, and in places where the government fears the people, there's liberty, because the people have a way to defend themselves if the government steps out of its boundaries. And that was actually the precise use of this amendment, because in context, the American people had just gotten out of a war with Great Britain, who they considered at that time to be a tyrannical government. And they made this law to give security to the American citizens, that they would have a way to defend themselves should the central government that they were then putting together turn tyrannical. Now, many people believe that the Second Amendment and that pro-gun, people that are pro-gun, that they promote gun violence, that they promote these mass shootings and such things, but that could be further from the truth. We have new legislation in place that makes gun control even more secure. It makes gun buying even more secure. We have an organization known as the National Rifle Association, who their whole deal is to promote and encourage rifle shooting on a scientific basis. They promote gun ownership, safe gun ownership. They promote being a good, sane, sober, moral, prudent person, and how to be safe with your firearm. And there is also legislation that has been put in place before as well, such as the Gun Control Act of 1968. Now, pertaining to that, the gun buyers could only purchase a handgun in the state in which they resided. The licensing fee for federal firearms dealers was increased from $1 to $10, and minors were forbidden from receiving a license. I'm not sure what that calculates into dollars today, but I'm pretty sure it is increased as well. And dealers could not sell rifles, shotguns, or ammunition to anyone under 18, or pistols and ammunition to anyone under 21. Dealers and collectors were required to keep more complete records of the guns they distributed. And the National Rifle Association actually had a huge part in that bill being passed. So as we can see that the gun control laws are getting better, there is new legislation that is being put in place to make it more secure. The things that gun owners and most pro-gun people are fighting back against is the fact that the left seems to want to take away our guns. They want to, remove our ability to own, at least to own rifles, to keep that away from us. But without the freedom of American citizens to bear arms and defend against tyranny, America will eventually fall to the said tyranny. They will eventually fall to those that want to take away our stuff. Because if they take away our Second Amendment, what's to stop them from taking away other stuff? And I will end this by saying that supporting the right to bear arms not only promotes our citizen liberties, but it is also the most American thing that an American citizen can do.